Hello, everyone. Welcome to our general love forecast here for Saturday. And of course, we'll get into the personal mini reading requests shortly. So welcome and let's get started. All right, guys. So for those of you who tuned into our Twitch live stream yesterday, I was drawn to these three decks, all three of them by Angelic Revelation 144, and I don't believe she's on social media anymore, but these are decks that she created, and I wanted to go ahead and incorporate the card decks and see what comes through. And yesterday's live stream on Twitch was super interesting, and I'm still tapping into that energy here for our YouTube viewers. So we'll go ahead and do that, taking a look at the general collective energy for you and the person that you're thinking about, and then we'll get to those who have already submitted personal mini readings. All right, guys? So we're going to be live today from 4 to 6, so a couple hours live. So let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to first use this deck right here, taking a look at the past energy for you and your person and that situation. So this deck is called A Connection Lost Somewhere in Time. It can be for a twin flame connection. It could be for those of you who feel this is more of a soulmate bond that you share with this person. So let's go ahead and see what that energy looks like. All right, guys. All right, here we go. So past energies, especially for those who happen to be in separation at this point in time, or maybe there isn't any contact at this time. All right, so let's see what it is that this person would want to express at this time. All right, here we go. Look at that, no air. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that so you guys can see it clearer. All right, so we have no air. Living without you is like trying to live without air. How can I breathe without you? You know, so you're the person that brings them to life. You represent this very fulfilling energy for this person. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what we can learn about this connection. And this is just one scenario, so if you don't relate to it, we'll pull another one. Focusing on past energies. So if they're living without you, there's a separation, a breakup, distance. Some of you guys could be an air sign. You could be dealing with an air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. All right, so we're starting off with the Queen of Swords. So this represents a feminine representing that air energy, which makes sense, you know, divine feminine, if this makes sense for you, especially if that happens to be your sign, then we have a masculine perhaps that's coming through, you know, especially if you guys are not together, they feel like they can't breathe without you. You represent that air, all right, as it says. So you probably maybe cut them out, if that makes sense. Look at this, we have the sun. So, I mean, it clearly indicates that when you are together, when things were good, you were very happy. But this could also be an indication for the feminine that you needed to distance yourself in order to find that happiness, especially if somebody just wasn't treating you right. And look at this, we have the Ten of Swords, that is followed by the Two of Swords, and then we've got the Moon. Okay, so these three cards, that combination is letting us know that they did something to create some drama or challenge there. We have the deception of the Moon, that they could have had an affair, they could have been hiding things, but there's no progress, as we can see with the Two of Swords. More than likely, because there's a blockage here, if they did backstab you somehow, this is a very painful breakup here. Okay. We've got the star coming through, so this represents Aquarius specifically. And again, we've got air energy coming through, but without you, it's almost like the oxygen has been taken away from them. They can't even breathe, you know? So it's like a part of them has died without you. That's what it feels like. And maybe they're still wishing and hoping for you guys to get back together. But as we can see right here, there's no movement. You guys are at a standstill. Things seem to be stuck. And then we've got the Five of Pentacles. So regardless of the fact that at one point in time you guys were very happy together, right now they're struggling over the fact that you guys are not together. They're going through this hardship, as we can see. Five of Pentacles, somebody's been cut out, somebody's been left out, okay? Let's see. Divine Feminine, you're also coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. So I feel your intuition when it comes to your masculine, it's on point. Even though there is distance and time apart, maybe you know that this is what they're going through. And then we have the Three of Cups. This could have been a third-party situation for some of you, but this could also be an indication of better days ahead where there are happier times, you know, representing perhaps a new beginning for some of you. In order to find that happiness, we've got the Sun. And there could have been commitment issues as well. The Hierophant coming forward there, you know. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces as well. We've got Taurus coming through also. Spiritual lessons representing itself here. So maybe during this time apart, they've learned those lessons, you know. Look at that, guys. We've got deception and deception, which is interesting because I believe this came through yesterday also during the live stream on Twitch. So there's something going on here where this person wasn't being honest with you. They could have done some shady things here. And then we do have the Six of Pentacles, equality. So if they're doing things to deceive you, if they're manipulative, you can't trust them, then it's near impossible to bring this forward because they're investing their time and energy with somebody else. And then we do have the World. So this represents perhaps an old cycle that has phased out, but it's also making way for new cycles to come in. That could be for the feminine who might have cut a masculine out due to infidelity, for example. You know, but if it's not that, then whatever reason you guys are not together at this point in time, that could be the old narrative, and there's a shift in that energy that is possible. But for now, it's just not moving. There has to be progress from whoever created distance here. But look at that. We've got the Six of Cups. Could be childhood sweethearts, could be young love, or just a very youthful energy between you and this person, meaning that when you're together, you guys have a lot of fun together, lots of laughter, you guys just enjoy each other's company. But this could also be a desire for a reunion, and it's also picking up off of nostalgia here. So they're focused on the memories that you guys have shared. Ooh, this gets so interesting. Look at this. And now we've got the King of Swords. So we already have the Queen coming through here, and now we've got the King of Swords. You guys could both be air signs as well, or you could both have air representation in your chart. Despite what's been going on here as to why you guys might not be together, I feel you both coming through as divine counterparts that maybe eventually things can work out and you might be able to find your way back towards each other and to be able to restore the happiness that perhaps at one point in time you guys had shared. We just got to get rid of the reasons why there's deception going on here, you know? So it clearly indicates through this opening message that they are living without you at this point in time, if you relate to that. And as it says, it's like trying to live without air, which is impossible. So that's how they're feeling for that opening message. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and grab another scenario. So if that one didn't make sense for you, let's see what else we can find out. Okay, so that's our first message from that deck. Let's go ahead and get another one. And I see requests. Rachel, Meg B, thank you guys so much. We'll get to your mini reading requests after the general love forecast. All right, so let's grab another scenario here. Okay. This one wanting to come through, frustration and anger. Okay, so that could be how you're feeling, but it could also be how the other person is feeling. So it says frustration and anger. I am ashamed of some of the things I have said and done. I hope that you can understand my pain and forgive me. All right, so that's a part of their frustration. They're angry, they're pissed off at themselves because of something that they said or did. Okay, so let's find out what that could be. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need to know here? What is going on? So they regret something. The fact perhaps that they couldn't commit. We've got the Hierophant coming through again. Okay. Look at this, guys. We can't seem to get away from this moon energy. So they probably lied about their intentions, or they didn't put their best foot forward. This could have been an affair. The lack of commitment could have turned into a third-party situation for some of you guys, or they were just hiding things from you. If it wasn't infidelity, then it was something shady, that they were either keeping things from you, keeping secrets, or just not letting you in fully into their life, into their heart space, you know? Some of you could also have been dealing with a Capricorn, or any of these sign representations could be you. All right, so we do have the Devil's energy coming forward, which, as we can see, bondage of some sort, a temptation, could be obsessiveness, it could be addictive behavior that was unhealthy. You know, that could have been what they were hiding as well, which is why they were maybe a little bit standoffish and why they couldn't fully invest in the relationship. They can't commit in third party, blue protection. Okay, that makes sense for your situation, it seems. Yeah, so let's see here. Look at that. We've got the Divine Feminine showing up as the Empress right here. We've got Taurus coming through twice. Okay, so perhaps Divine Feminine, there's something in your experience with a masculine where they kept things from you. They just weren't able to give you what it was that you needed from them. And now here they are, completely frustrated with how things have played out. And they really want to know, you know, that they are acknowledging that they hurt you, but they really want forgiveness from you. That, of course, is your prerogative, whether or not you're going to be able to do that. Look at that. We've got the Tower right here. So if you look at all of these cards, and this deck I have shuffled so many times, and we have major arcanas popping up. And so something significant happened here between you and this person, and it could have been very painful, could have resulted in something unexpected that happened that created this separation and distance between the two of you here. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know? We've got the Magician coming through as well. We do have Gemini and Virgo represented right there. Look at the next card. Okay, so we've got Deception popping up again with the Seven of Swords. Some sort of betrayal here. All right, so they hurt you in that way. And since the Empress, of course, representing Divine Feminine energy, this could have been a masculine Divine Feminine that betrayed you somehow. Again, it doesn't have to be third party or infidelity in the relationship unless you know it is or was, but they were not being truthful or honest with you. Okay, let's see what else here. Wow, these cards. 10 of Cups, and now we've got the Emperor showing up. Okay, so interesting how the Tower and the Emperor both representing Aries energy. So regardless of signage, though, we've got Empress and Emperor both showing up, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine showing up here. So I feel either one of you might be hoping to manifest a new beginning, to be able to rekindle this partnership, to find forgiveness due to this betrayal, whatever that represents. Some of you guys could have already been married, or somebody was taken, And if that was infidelity, this created a whole lot of drama that resulted in that tower. Okay, let's see what else. Some challenging stuff showing up. Look at this, and now we've got the Nine of Swords. Anxiety, nightmares. Okay, maybe that's how you're both dealing with it, where you can't seem to get any rest at night. You can't sleep. You're staying up late thinking about this thing. It's stressing you out. Maybe you're feeling depressed or anxious. But I feel, I'm just kind of picking it up off of the masculine side, that they might be stressing out a little bit more than the feminine. I feel families could be involved, especially for those of you who might have had a child or children with your person here. So the family dynamic has been affected. And for those who are married, were married, or it might have resulted in a divorce, all of those things are challenging. Separations for sure, picking up off of the tower right here. Look at that. This is the next card. We've got the Five of Cups. Just look at that energy in the upright. Grief, despair. It's been a challenge for this person. And once you guys went into separation, we see the frustration and the anger right here. You know, they know that they messed up. They've got so many regrets, and they're kind of beating themselves up over those actions. You know, the fact that they disappointed you, they disappointed themselves. So it's challenging for sure. Let's see what else. Blue protection. I can only sleep when I think of them beside me. Aw. Yeah, it's not easy to go through that, you know? But look at this card. We've got the Two of Cups. So I feel, regardless of where you guys are at, this is what they're hoping for and wishing for. To be able to revive this partnership, to bring it back. Okay, they see you as their life partner still. They see you as the person that they want to be able to share a life with, regardless of that tower. Because I feel, yes, this could be a devastating experience, but it could also teach both of you lessons that are valuable there to be able to help bring this back together if that's something that you can both agree on. We clearly see the disagreements and the arguments that you guys might have gotten into. This can represent love rivals as well. It can also represent that shady energy sneaking around, you know, keeping things from the person that you care for and love, wanting their cake and eat it too, perhaps. Okay. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. We also have the Star, so the Aquarius coming through again. And we've got Sagittarius coming forward with the Temperance card. So what I'm feeling here is whoever created drama or challenges that separated the two of you, I feel they are wanting to put in the work to fix this. They know it's going to require some time. Knight of Pentacles is very slow energy. Okay, but I feel they are still being guided back to you. They recognize it's going to be slow and it's going to take time. Temperance is about patience and restoring balance and their desire perhaps to reconcile with you. And then bottom of the deck, look at that. We've got the Ten of Swords, where they recognize that they created a very painful breakup here. It was a very difficult time for both of you. So they lost you. And this was a collapse of the foundation of a relationship. The card after that is the Fool. So they want to have a new beginning here with you. And whether or not that can happen is totally up to you. If you're willing to give them a second chance to come back into your life, then certainly it's possible. But right now I feel they are really having karmic experiences due to what happened here, you know, so life teaching them some lessons. All right, so that's what we're getting as far as the past vibe for the two of you. So we see a Tower moment there. There could have been infidelity for some of you guys. and they recognize it and they know it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the present and what we need to learn there. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for those who need direction in this situation. Yes, 100% agree. Blue protection. Yes, absolutely. They can't have their cake and eat it too. They can't have it both ways. All right, so present. We have light leading the way, and perhaps you represent that light. Look at that. There's the family energy, fertility, pregnancy, birth of a child. You know, we saw the 10 of Cups energy there. We saw the Empress as well, representing that type of energy. I feel this is so needed for some of you, that healing. We see energy healing right there. Let's see what else. Ooh, look at this. We have sacred union. Okay, and then bottom of the deck, we have reflection. You mirror each other, which is such a twin flame-ish type vibe. You know, you guys are mirroring each other. But I really feel, based off of what's coming through here, perhaps presently, through healing, there's the opportunity to work it out. So we'll see based off of what we get from the tarot messages, okay? All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know here? Oh yeah, look at that. 5 of Pentacles. They've been struggling, and we're focusing on what's going on now. So they're still struggling, and I feel that's where the healing comes in, and they've certainly had a lot of time to think. Here we are again with the moon, you see? So this is an illusion. This is deception. This is perhaps something that they've hidden from you, you know? Divine Feminine, here you are again. Maternal influence, and we see this image right here with the pregnancy. Okay, so some of you guys already have a family together, or perhaps even the people that are surrounding you feel like family, your tribe, you know, people that you depend on. A lot of duplicate cards coming forward. We have the Star. All right, so a lot of the same messages that we've already seen, they are at this point in time wishing for you to be a part of their life, wishing to come back into union with you, wanting to build a life with you. Divine Feminine, it's specifically coming through for you at this time. And we've got the Lovers representing Gemini as well. So we've got a lot of the same signs popping up. Okay, we've got Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got Pisces popping up. So this right here, love choices, decisions. At this point in time, they recognize that by acknowledging where you guys are at, and more than likely that's a separation, maybe no contact for some of you. I feel, again, that you represent this light. You are perhaps that guiding light leading them back towards you, you know, and if they really want to be able to create a new beginning here, then they're going to have to come clean. They can't be hiding things from you. They can't be dishonest in any way, shape, or form. They're going to have to come towards you with the best of intentions here. So if they're wishing for a reconciliation, then that's the only way that it's going to work, you know, to bring this back together, I feel. Let's see what else. They certainly feel this chemistry towards you. We do have the Divine Masculine showing up as the King of Pentacles, which is good, because if they weren't ready for commitment before, if they have changed, if they've worked on themselves, if they've matured since the last time you guys saw each other, and perhaps Divine Feminine, this is focused on your masculine, you know, if they're coming in with this energy, then they're ready for the kind of love that you can invest fully into, because they really are looking for this type of union. Let's see what else. This was definitely a part of the story, you know, and why they are struggling. They know and recognize that they can't be bringing this forward. You know, deception, lies, and we've got Seven of Swords, the moon picking up off of that energy. They recognize that at this point in time, you guys have to work together. Otherwise, it creates a very lopsided interaction between the two of you. We also have Virgo coming in with the Hermit. And perhaps part of their healing, or even part of yours, is to spend time on your own and really think about this whole situation, meditate, concentrate on what it is that you want to manifest in this partnership. And this could certainly be what it is that manifests in the 3D. You know, this divine love that we do see right there. Again, it's a reference to perhaps marriage, this divine union, that sacred union that we see, sharing a life together, the ultimate fulfillment in love, getting married, all of the milestones that we would want to experience in our life with somebody. So that's where this person wants things to go. So even though we've seen the reference to needing patience, there's a part of them that wants to get things moving rather quickly, but it's just not the right time to get things moving quickly. They're going to have to take their time. And once again, we go back to this Tower where that healing needs to happen first. And that's simply something that cannot be rushed at this point in time, you know? So there is definitely a lesson here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. And then we've got the Four of Wands, I love it. So twin flame reference coming forward. So whether you see this as a twin flame connection or a soulmate bond, it's very special regardless. And the only way to ultimately come forward towards each other is full commitment. I feel that's what this Ace of Pentacles represents. It's a fresh start. It is a solid new beginning, a solid offer that is coming forward. So that's something that you might want to consider when it comes to this person. And then we do have the Justice card. So things will balance itself out, I feel. This could also be tapped into legal matters such as marriage. Okay, so it could be something like that. And then we've got the Four of Swords, also picking up off of the need for healing and to perhaps just take a break, spend time on your own, meditate, reflect, and to be able to recuperate from something that occurred here, like that Tower moment. And then we also have the Ace of Swords. So this is the clarity that perhaps is needed for both of you to start again and to be able to have a victorious union somewhere down the line. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some time frames as to when that might possibly happen here. Okay, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who are in need of this message. So we're focusing on the present energy for the collective. When can this happen? So Cameron, give me a number from 1 to 5.
3.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 time frames. All right, here we go. 3 time frames. We have blocks must be cleared first. Makes sense for me. We also have during the holidays that's popping up. And lastly, have patience. It's on its way. All right, so that's what's coming through here. Maybe latter half of this year, towards the end of this year, during the holiday season, is when things can really start moving. But it really is one of those situations where you just have to trust that the universe will handle it on your behalf, that this person that you're focused on will be able to do what's necessary in order to remove whatever blockages are standing in the way of you guys coming together at this point in time. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself there present-wise. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the future energies here. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Very insightful indeed. All right, so future energies. All right, here we go. Absolutely, Fusion. Yes, the Hermit is where we heal and see the light that guides us. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the future has in store. Do you guys see that? Okay, Stork. I mean, somebody could be having a baby, adding to the family dynamic. It does say spring, upgrades, evolution, and family. There's something tied into family. And then we've got the house moving in together. We have Clover, a very happy surprise. And this looks like a bride, you know, a marriage, a wedding. We've got Lily's passion, sexuality, and pure divine love. Holy moly. Look at this. And then we have union. All right, so hands joined in marriage. I mean, we're not mincing words here. That is how it is coming through at this time, focusing on the future. So there's a lot of progress I see that might happen, you know, in the future. And families, marriage, moving in together, something unexpected that could happen, the passion, the sexual chemistry, all of that stuff. That's represented right here. That looks fantastic. So let's see what else we can learn here. That's pretty cool. Oh my God, you guys. We've got the Empress. I'm telling you, there's something going on. Okay? Some of you guys might already be, for lack of a better word, I don't know if some of you guys might be expecting or if someone's pregnant and doesn't know it. I don't know. It's just popping up here. And then we've got the Lovers again. So choices, the deep love, the partnership, divine feminine. I really do feel that this masculine, in no uncertain terms, they've decided they want you. Okay, and then we've got the Chariot. So Taurus, Gemini, Cancer coming forward here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles showing up again. Slow and steady, hardworking, committed. So I feel in the future, which is so interesting that we've got two different energies here. We've got fast movement and then we have slow movement. So maybe certain aspects of the relationship tends to go rather quickly, but other parts of it take its time, if that makes sense. You know, I feel some of you guys might be starting a family sooner rather than later, but as far as maybe getting married, that might take a little bit more planning, you know, something along those lines, or moving in together, getting the dream house, all of those milestones that we would want. And it does require time. Look at that, Seven of Pentacles. It's our wait and see card. It's perseverance. It's hard work that pays off. Wow. Unbelievable the way that's coming through. And then we've got the Knight of Cups bringing in this very romantic experience, very loving intentions. You know, this is somebody who really can sweep you off your feet. That's pretty darn cool. Let me see. Ooh, blue protection. I'm hoping my son's girlfriend is pregnant. Oh my gosh. Well, let us know. Oh my goodness. It's certainly coming through here. We've got the Nine of Cups, satisfaction, wish fulfillment, emotional stability. So I feel, just the way it's coming through for future energies here, that a lot of wonderful things are ahead of you for you and your person. Look at this. We've got the Justice card coming through again. So truth, clarity, fairness, and balancing those scales. And it could also be success when it comes to legal matters for some of you. We've got the masculine showing up as the King of Cups. This is a masculine who is ready to love you 100%, fully invested, tapped into their heart space, fully focused on their emotions when it comes to the love that they have for you. They're no longer hiding how they're feeling. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Wands, and then we've got the Fool. So they definitely are bringing forward this new beginning in the future. It's like hitting the reset button and starting fresh, starting over, and being able to experience a whole lot more better things together. And that includes family, that includes moving in together, as we can see, and even things that you don't see, because we see with that Clover card, it is, as it says, a very happy surprise. And if it's a surprise, we don't know what it is. We don't see it coming, but it's a good one, I feel. Look at this. We have the Temperance again. So patience, that is what it's about, I feel. But good things are coming your way in the future here. 10 of Cups. I'm telling you, love, marriage, family, happily ever after, dreams coming true. You've got it all. And that's followed by the Sun. I couldn't plan this if I tried. I mean, I, again, have shuffled these decks so many times. I use them frequently. I used them a lot yesterday. Shuffle them a whole bunch today, and this is how it's coming through for the collective. So it looks amazing that you guys are meant for better experiences in the future and bigger and better things, and that certainly is focused on the relationship, your dreams, your goals, you know, that you guys want to be able to experience together. And of course the Sun brings it all together for you guys to experience that ultimate happiness. It's like a fairy tale, but I feel that it certainly is worth exploring where the future could go. It's totally possible for you guys to experience something like this. So, love it. All right, guys, so let's grab some musical messages and then we'll wrap it up and start the personal mini readings. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. But I love how that came through like that. That's so cool. All right. So I think I'm going to start with volume 2, actually. So we're going to start with Heart Songs of the 90s. All right, here we go. What are today's songs? All right, angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward. Cameron, give me a number from 1 to 5. Okay, well, I guess we're choosing 5 songs. Let's see here. Okay. All right, that's song number 1. Ooh, Angel by John Cicada. Love that song. Ooh, End of the Road by Boys to Men. Okay. I'm not surprised to see that one. Say My Name, Destiny's Child. Okay, let's grab 2 more. I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. 1 more. Give us 1 more. And we've got Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. All right, let's read through these songs, guys. And maybe some of these are already jumping out for you. Could be a favorite song for some of you. If you guys haven't heard this particular song by John Cicada, I absolutely love it. It's called Angel. This could also be an indication that your angels, your guardian angel, is watching out for you at this time. So it does say, I can't read the future, but I still want to hold you close. Right now, I need that from you. So give me the morning. Sharing another day with you is all I want to know. And maybe they see you as an earth angel. Maybe you represent that type of blessing in their life. And there's something about the morning that could be significant. All right. And they're telling you that they just want to be able to share life with you once again. But for some of you, we clearly see that it came to an end. You know, we've seen the tower moments today. So let's read through this. Said we'd be forever. Said it'd never die. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? When I can't sleep at night. There's that reference to not being able to sleep at night without holding you tight. Each time I try, I just break down and cry. Pain in my head. Oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning around and around. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that devil energy, which could be an obsessive desire that they have because of the fact that things came to an end and they can't seem to stop thinking about bringing you guys back together. So it could be coming from a more desiring type vibe where they can't seem to stop thinking about it. It's obsessive. That's just what I'm feeling from that type of energy, you know? And then we have Say My Name by Destiny's Child, and we have seen references to infidelity and third-party situations. And so the lyrics, say my name, if no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game. Say my name, you acting kind of shady. Ain't calling me baby, why the sudden change? So it's somebody who's recognized that their partner is sneaking around or doing some shady stuff, right? And then we have I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you, which we've already seen in the reading. They really feel like, you know, as we saw it, like they have no air to breathe. You represent everything in their life. And then we have this one, Kiss Me Out of the Bearded Barley, nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band, and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me. This reminds me of perhaps a romantic evening that you guys spent together. Maybe some of you guys enjoyed dancing, or there's a particular kiss that they remember and it brings back those memories, you know? Something about perhaps those intimate moments that you guys have shared together. So hopefully some of those messages resonated with you. All right, so let's grab one more set of songs and then we'll go ahead and get into the personals here. All right, so we'll dive into volume 1. All right, Cameron, give me a number. 1 to 5. 3. Okay, so 3 from this deck. Let's see. All right, here we go. What do we have? All Cried Out by Lisa and the Cult Jam. Okay, let's grab 2 more. Ooh, Consequences by Camila Cabello. Let's grab 1 more. Oh my God, these songs are too much. Okay, so Say Something by A Great Big World. Holy crap. So all 3 of these songs has to do with potential breakups, the consequences of actions and behaviors, somebody being brought to tears because of something that happened in a relationship. That's pretty intense stuff. Okay, so this one, All Cried Out, I gave you my love in vain. My body never knew such pleasure. My heart never knew such pain. And you leave me so confused. Now I'm all cried out over you. You know, and maybe Divine Feminine, this is something that you can relate to where, you know, this breakup, the separation, or a conversation that you had with your masculine hurt you deeply and it brought you to tears, and it got to the point where you couldn't cry anymore. You know, you were done. Like, you can only cry so much. And I feel they hurt you truly, and it left you feeling very confused, as it says. And then we do have Consequences. Loving you was sunshine, safe and sound, a steady place to let down my defenses. But loving you had consequences. And we've already seen the consequences today through perhaps infidelity or third-party situations. Whatever brought that tower down were the consequences. And then Say Something. Okay, say something. I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere, I would have followed you. Say something. I'm giving up on you. And I'm feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all, and I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. You know, so this perhaps is somebody that knew that the relationship was headed for an end, that you guys were probably more than likely going to break up, and they didn't put in the effort. They didn't put in the work to salvage the relationship until it was perhaps a bit too late, you know? So if you were able to relate to any of those songs, maybe there's a reason why you were able to tune in today. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with the personals. So I've got, let me look at my lineup here. So Elise. Okay. Oh, great. You're here. Okay, Elise. We've got Linda, Lisa, Aniska, Rachel, and Meg B. Okay, so that is the order. All right, so Elise, let's get started with you first. All right, so let's do that. Thank you, Fusion. Appreciate it. All right, so let's start. Taking a look at your first question, please look into how Ron and I will manage our living arrangements together for the future. He is happy to be stationary in Ecuador, and I want to share a home with him, but still travel, possibly for work. Will this arrangement work for us? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see, what deck am I drawn to? I'm going to pull from a couple of decks to take a look at that situation. Okay. So let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Elise, Taurus, and Ron, Scorpio. Thank you for the sun signs. And thank you for watching from South America. That's so cool. Okay, so we're focusing on living arrangements here and how it's going to work out. Okay. We've got cozy coming through here. Here is your divine feminine energy coming forward. Okay, so we'll read that in a minute. Let me go ahead and grab some additional messages here. So it's already coming through as a very warm, loving environment. Okay, let's see. We do have summer. Okay. Ooh, this is interesting. We have fear. And then here is Ron's divine masculine energy coming through there. Okay. What else do we need to know? We have Muse. What else do we need to know, please, for Elise, Taurus, and Ron, Scorpio? And then we have vibrations. I'm guided to pull one more. What do we need to know here? And then we have free will. Okay. So taking a look at what's presenting itself here with the cozy reference. So it does say loneliness can feel so cold when we allow ourselves to wallow in that darkness. It's amazing how uplifting and comforting the right person, the right kind of love is. This is how your love makes my heart feel. Warm, loved, cherished, even on the coldest of days. So there's something very comforting about the two of you being together. And I feel when it comes to Ron, that's something that he would want to maintain when it comes to the two of you. Okay. And maybe during this summer season is when you might get clarification on that issue. But we do see here, and we've got fear right next to his divine masculine energy. Maybe he's allowing his fears to get in the way as far as perhaps, as you mentioned, he's happy to be stationary in Ecuador and you're wanting to share the home, but still wanting your freedom to travel and possibly for work purposes. I feel it's a workable situation. I feel the fears the energy that I'm getting from Ron, it's nothing too major. I feel through conversation and really talking things through that you guys will be able to come to a middle ground where you can agree on what works for both of you. We do have this Muse card, and basically it's talking about the opportunity for both of you to be able to create the life that you want. Okay, so if the living arrangement situation is something that you guys can work out, I feel you'll be able to find common ground there and be able to work it out. We do have vibrations coming through here. I feel in this instance, it's talking about you guys being on the same wavelength and wanting the same things. You both have your own free will to decide what it is that you want to do when it comes to this situation. But if you are in a relationship, then you both have the power to be able to decide how this goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here. 1 second. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Elise, Taurus, and Ron, Scorpio, when it comes to living arrangements. So at the end of the day, before I even pull any tarot, I feel that yes, this is something that you guys can work out. We're starting off with the Hermit. So as long as you both are able to reflect and think about what it is that you can agree on and be able to accept the decision that you both come to, I feel it's a workable thing where you can meet each other in the middle here. So as long as you think about it, this is a card of contemplation, soul searching, self-reflection, something that you need to be able to, a solution that you need to come to on your own. And Ron has to be able to do the same. Here he is. He's coming in as the Emperor. Okay, so here's the divine feminine energy. So I feel he's coming in with very good vibes when it comes to this situation. And then we've got the Chariot. So this is you guys being able to overcome any difficulties as far as making that choice to be able to agree. Okay, it is representing movement and going in the right direction. It does represent taking action towards a successful outcome. So that's really good, the way that's coming forward. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know? We do have the Six of Cups. Okay, so I really like how that's coming through. Because interesting how it can represent homesickness, you know, so perhaps that is where his fears are stemming from, that he's afraid to leave Ecuador and where he's comfortable and happy, you know. And then the thing is, though, if he were to explore outside of that way of thinking, he would simply be able to perhaps focus on the memories that you guys have shared, but at the same time, always being able to have the free will, as we can see here, to go back and do what it is that feels right. And then again, we've got the Muse card coming through there, letting him know that he's in full control over how this is going to work out. Look at that. And then we've got the World. Okay, so this can certainly represent achievement, accomplishment, fulfillment, and all of the possibilities that there are ahead of you guys. But it can also represent travel. And I love how the Chariot can also represent travel. So it's picking up off of that energy for you, Elise. So I feel that's a compromise that Ron will be able to offer. Okay. And then we do have the Ace of Cups, the love, the deep connection that the two of you share. This is a relationship that really is standing on solid ground, I feel, regardless of where you guys might be at this point in time. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So new beginnings, good news. There's a lot of potential for the two of you to explore, certainly when it comes to living arrangements and how that all stands. I feel that's a very positive energy that's reflected right there. Okay, so let's take a look at the second part of your question here. So as far as the living arrangements, I feel that's something that you guys can definitely work through. All right, so let's see what else. Let me take a look at that one. Okay, so can you please look into my plans for implementing humanitarian projects, and will they happen in the near future? Okay, will Ron be a part of this? Okay, so I'm drawn to the life purpose deck for you. So let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Elise, Taurus, and Ron, Scorpio, especially Elise and her humanitarian projects and goals. Okay. Look at that. You're on the right path. Okay, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Wow. And the card after that is light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. I absolutely love how that is presenting itself for you. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. So as far as the implementation of humanitarian projects, I feel you're on the right track. Okay, that's the way it's presenting itself here. So that's great. Let's see. Look at this. You've got the Fool. Okay, so taking that leap of faith. It's like, go for it. You've got this amazing opportunity to be able to make this a reality. So that's wonderful, the way that's coming through. Love it. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I see. Oh my gosh, Elise, that's fantastic. All right, let's see what else. All right, so we do have the Knight of Pentacles here, Elise. So it is a new beginning. It's a new opportunity for you, but if it just doesn't go as quickly as you'd like, we see that it could move slowly, but that's still progress, you know, so that's good. The Lover's card in this instance represents the fact that this is something that you feel passionate about, that you feel it's something that's more of a passion rather than a job. Let me move this down here. You know, it's like having chemistry with a person. This is chemistry with something that you are guided to do for your life. So that's wonderful. It's a decision. It is a decision that is bringing you forward in life towards something that you really want to do, make it a reality, manifest it. And then we've got the Two of Wands that is followed by the Three of Pentacles. This could also bring you towards people who have the same common goals, okay? People that will help you in your endeavors once you get started, if you haven't already. And then we do have the Two of Cups. So once again, this is something that's coming forward through these cards, letting us know that this is a passion of yours, that this is something that fulfills you and you feel connected to it. So that's amazing because that's something that you will be quite successful in. And here's the prosperity and abundance that you can tap into for yourself. You could also work with a Virgo divine masculine. That's a possibility there when it comes to your endeavors. And then we do have the Star, which I love. It is a wish that can come true for you. Okay, when it comes to the humanitarian project that you want to focus on. So you're being guided towards that path. And as we can see right here, you're on the right track. You're on the right path. You're being guided to continue doing what it is that you're already doing. So that's amazing to me. All right, Elise, so I'll leave that there. It looks quite positive for both questions that you have here. And I feel that Ron would certainly be supportive of this. And if he really wants to be involved, then that certainly is possible. You know, we do see the Lover's card there. So I feel he might just play a role there somehow. All right, so thank you so very much for your question and as well for the Twitch questions that you submitted. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Hi, Tamisha. Welcome. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Okay. So, Linda, you're up next. So let's tackle your question here. What is going on in the energy between Raul and myself? Okay. Let's focus on that and let's see. All right, what deck am I drawn to? So let's take a look at Raul's vibe here. Okay. Are you guys together at this time, Linda, or is there a separation? So let's see. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So Raul, what do we need to know here? Okay, so we've got this guarded energy coming through from Raul. Maybe you know what that's about. This is interesting that we've got the Twin Flame card coming through as well. Okay. What else do we need to know? We have expressive. We have charming. Bottom of the deck, we do have conflict. I don't have a background information for the two of you, but if there is, for example, conflicts by way of other people, sometimes this can pick up off of a third-party situation. So if that's what's happening, perhaps there's a part of the reason why he's coming through with this energy here. I feel there's a lot that he wants to say. Maybe he's holding back a little bit. Okay, he could certainly be a very charming individual, but there's something going on there that's creating conflict of some sort. All right, so let's see. You are in separation. Okay, so maybe there's someone else in the picture. Have you felt that this is a twin flame relationship? Do you feel drawn to Raul despite distance and time apart? Maybe he's on the same page there. Okay, let's see. You're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. Okay, so very intuitive vibe coming through from your energy there. We do have the World, so cycles that have completed when it comes to you and Raul, but it also makes way for new cycles to come in. And it is coming through as a twin flame connection there. We do have the Five of Cups, picking up off of perhaps potential loneliness that he is feeling, but it's right next to expressive. So what I'm getting from that is he might be feeling lonely. He could certainly be thinking about you, but he doesn't want you to know this. You know, it reminds me of somebody who wants to appear to be strong and put together, but in reality, that's not the case. So he could be struggling internally, and he's not exactly sharing that with anybody. Let's see what else here. We do have this independent solo energy from the Nine of Pentacles. So it could be one of two things. Either he's single at this point in time, but it could also be an indication that there's someone interested in Raul, but maybe he's not engaging with that person. Maybe he just needs time to himself at this point in time. We do have the Three of Swords. Sometimes that can pick up off of a third-party situation and the sorrow and heartbreak tied into that. So if that's what occurred to create separation here, maybe that's why it's coming through. But if that's not what happened, it could simply be indicating that it hurts being apart, you know? And then we have the Magician. So that's telling us that even though you guys are separated, there's the opportunity to rekindle it. You're not in communication at all. Okay. Recently, he's in my dreams and hijacking my thoughts. Okay, got it. I feel there's the opportunity to bring it back, but obviously you guys both have to be on the same page. So he's feeling conflicted. We see that here since this top row is focused on his divine masculine energy, and he might be hurting just as much as you are, but he just doesn't want people to know this. That is what I'm feeling from him. We do have the Five of Wands, rivalry, disagreements, competition. So with the Five of Wands, with the Three of Swords, with the conflict reference, I can't help but feel that there could be other people in the picture during this time. So a lot of this falls on Raul's shoulders. If he wants to have a reconciliation with you, it falls on him to be able to create action to do those things. I just feel he's conflicted right now. We do have the Death card, so it came to an end, which explains the separation, but it could also be a temporary breakup, a temporary separation, because this can be a situation that goes through change. It goes through a transformation and come out on the other end where you guys are able to have a new beginning, you know, and start again. So maybe parts of the relationship needed to phase out, but in order for something new to arise, then maybe spending time apart might be beneficial at the same time, if that makes sense. Let's see. What else do we need to know, please? We do have the Eight of Swords, and then we've got the Nine of Swords. So if this is picking up off of Raul's energy, then he's very much in his head. He's stressing out a little bit because right here we've got mental imprisonment with the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, insomnia, nightmares, feeling hopeless about a situation. So this could also be picking up off of how you're feeling. So take any part of these for yourself and how you choose to interpret them for yourself also. But I feel if it's Raul, then he might be struggling a bit as far as the breakup. We do have the Fool though. Okay, so it's about taking action. It's about taking a risk. If he wants you back, if he wants to have a reunion with you, then he's going to have to get past some of his apprehensions and hesitations, or any reason that might be standing in the way of taking action so that you guys can come back together, because it's possible the way it's representing itself here. Look at that. We've got the Two of Cups. So I feel the love certainly is coming through here, despite the fact that you guys are not together and haven't been in communication, because the way it's representing itself here at this point in time, his feelings are coming through, and we see the twin flame card representing itself there. So maybe he doesn't even understand why he continues to be drawn to you, but it is coming through as a twin flame connection. Two of Cups representing the partnership and possibly perhaps being drawn back to each other and coming back into union. The attraction is still here. Two of Wands makes sense for me also, because in order to have a future together, then you guys have to be able to be on the same path, be on the same wavelength, and being able to make that mutual decision to work on this partnership together. We also have the Knight of Cups, which is perhaps coming forward from Raul, coming forward with very loving intentions, as we can see right there. It's also a very romantic card. So if he wants to be able to romance you again, that is possible. But he needs to be able to take it out of the 5D interaction perhaps and make it a reality. Okay? Look at this. And now we've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and then Four of Cups. So what is this telling us? I feel we've got new opportunities here. It is a window of opportunity for Raul to take advantage of that in order to communicate with you, in order to let you know that perhaps he wants to try again. He feels drawn to you still. He wants a new beginning. This representing the fact that if you guys were to start again, it would be a very happy reconnection. But here's the thing. If he does not do anything about this, and we'll go ahead and grab some time frames here, then that opportunity will go away. You know, it's not going to be there forever. So this right here could represent a missed opportunity if he does not do anything about it, because the Magician is giving him the chance to fix this. you know, to be able to bring it back and to have it be a manifestation that's a reality in the 3D for the two of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab those time frames and let's see if this is possible and when. Of course, look at that. Divine timing. It comes down to divine timing, but let me go ahead and grab a more definitive time frame here. Oh, gee. This one's coming through again. Have patience. It's on its way. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to push it as far as, you know, being able to force a time frame to come through if this is clearly what's indicated here. So it's going to take some time. I feel that makes sense because he's got to be able to clear whatever this represents, whatever that conflict is. So, you know, to wrap it up, there's that window that's being offered for this relationship to come back together and to work out the issues. But if he does not take action to make that happen, if he doesn't take the leap of faith, as we can see from the from the Fool card, and to believe in the connection enough to fight for it, then it will be a missed opportunity, which is why it's going to take time. All right, so I hope that helps. And I know it's not easy having to wait for something to play out, but that seems to be how it is representing itself at this time. Okay, Linda, so we'll leave that there. Hopefully there's something in the messages that brings you peace in the meantime until, you know otherwise. Okay, thank you so much for your question. All right. Okay, Lisa, you are up next. All right, here we go. So what is going to happen with Keith and I with our twin flame connection? Your Cancer, Keith is Taurus. Yes, okay. All right, so let's take a look at Keith's energy here. What deck am I drawn to? All right, I'm going to pull from the Fire and Ice Lenormand deck again. Yes, absolutely, Linda. Yes, I agree. Hi, Raven, the Hermit. Yes, I am. So you can still go ahead and submit a reading if you'd like. All right, so Lisa. Yes, you can. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can go ahead and either submit a super chat or any of the payment formats down below. Okay, so Lisa, Cancer, Keith, Taurus. So focusing on Keith, let's go ahead and grab some insight here. Keith, Taurus, and the connection with Lisa. We have letter. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Linda. Thank you. We have letter. Okay, so thoughtful, passionate, loving communication. Okay, so perhaps there could be an actual letter. It could be, nowadays, of course, it could be an email. It could be a text. It could be a phone call. It could be interaction on social media. However way this communication comes in from Keith. Lisa, it does seem here that he wants to express something to you. We do have the tree, and then we have the stars. Okay, so the tree, here to stay and grow, sacred soul connection. And then we have stars, divine guidance, healing, and inspiration. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. So perhaps what he wants to tell you is, especially if you guys are going through stuff right now, that he's prepared to do whatever is necessary in order to solidify the relationship so you guys can grow together. It's coming through as a very special sacred soul connection. And of course, the star's energy in tarot is very positive. Okay. So maybe there's this need to heal part of the relationship. Okay, what do we need to know here? So we do have the Seven of Cups. We've got the King of Cups coming forward as well. And then we've got the Lovers. So I feel when it comes to Keith, if he does have many choices and options when it comes to his romantic life, his love life, with the King of Cups right next to that, I feel he has chosen you. He is throwing all of his energies into investing his time with you. His heart is open to loving you. The love is also reflected through the Lovers card right here. The deep love, the attraction that he has towards you, wanting to come into union with you, especially if you guys are in separation or if you're going through some challenges right now. So it's interesting how the Seven of Cups and the Lovers card represent choices. Okay. And if he was a little bit scattered in what it is that he needs to do as far as the right choice, I feel that's going to change if it hasn't already, where things can come into alignment for the two of you. Okay. And then we do have the Six of Swords. So there's this healing energy that's representing itself here. So it's also a card of calmer waters. Perhaps if you guys have had something happen in the relationship that could resemble a tower moment or something that could have been challenging, it seems you guys are moving away from that in order to come together and to just be able to find peace in each other, in the relationship. Let's see what else. I love that we've got the Six of Wands. Okay, so what we're seeing here, we have sixes coming through. So sixes can represent growth in a relationship. And I love how we've got the tree representing that growth. So there's something tied into that. And this, of course, represents progress towards the relationship. I love that. And look at what's next. You've got the star. So we've got stars right here, and then we've got the star. How cool is that? So there's hope for you guys. I feel this is a relationship that can come back together if you're in separation, or for you guys to overcome any issues that you might be dealing with. And if what you're wishing for is reconciliation, that's totally possible. Or to be able to have an opportunity to rekindle or to move things to the next level in your relationship. So I love how that's presenting itself here. Let's see what else. Look at that. We've got the Fool. You know, it's interesting because when this card came through, and it reminded me of the Star card, which is Aquarius, and now we've got Aquarius also picking up off of the Fool's energy. I don't know if Keith has Aquarius in his chart, but if so, or even if you do, Lisa, maybe that's why it's picking up off of that vibe as well. So that's a beautiful energy because I feel you're being guided onto a path where you guys can have a very successful relationship. Hi, Raven. Yeah, that's totally fine. If you want to send it through Cash App, that's fine. And yeah, we just need the info down below. So it's all right there on the screen to request a reading. So if you could please submit that, that would be great. We also have the Strength card coming through. Lisa, we have Leo representation right there. So whenever I see that, first and foremost, it represents the need for patience for me as well. That seems to be popping up in a lot of my readings lately, to not do anything hasty and to just take your time in a situation, you know? And maybe when it comes to Keith, there's this need to tap into that inner strength. If he's not feeling quite as strong to make the right choice or decision at this point in time, then he can tap into that energy. But this can certainly rebuild the confidence in order for him to do right by you. And I love how we've got the Six of Pentacles right here, because this is all about giving to each other equally. Okay, so giving and receiving, it is about being able to share a life together. So that's beautiful. We've got the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, simply clarifying the twin flame connection. So Three of Cups, Four of Wands can represent possible reunion, again, if you're not together, but it can also solidify the relationship. This could represent a celebration of some sort, as well as the Three of Cups. They're both celebratory in energy, which is fantastic. You know, so this is telling us that as far as the foundation of the relationship between you and Keith, it looks fantastic. I really like the energy that's representing itself there. So as long as you both are equally giving to the relationship, then it can thrive. It can be very successful. So that's really nice, the way that's representing itself there. We also have the King of Pentacles representing Keith's energy. So that's great. He is a Taurus representing Earth, Pentacles representing Earth energy. Okay, so I feel he could certainly be very successful in his work environment as well. You know, perhaps finances, that's something that he's either already successful in or that's what's coming in for him. But I feel as a partner, he has the capability to be there for you for the rest of your life. You know, this is a life partner right here who has what it takes. This is someone who's faithful. Okay. Let's see what else. And you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. And I love that cups represent water. You are a Cancer. And so the two of you, I feel, are very compatible. All you need to do really is to trust what you're feeling when it comes to the connection with Keith. If you guys are going through stuff right now, just trust the process. Lisa, I feel that this is a connection that's worth investing your time and energy into. And again, we've got that Four of Wands, which is the established foundation. It's a very strong foundation for you and your person here. It looks good. Okay, so I'll leave that there. I don't see anything too challenging, really. It's just about making better choices, better decisions here. And I feel once you guys are able to do that and have this fresh start for the partnership, it can be a long-lasting one that really can withstand the test of time. Okay, so that looks fantastic for the two of you. All right, thank you so much, Lisa. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what else. Aniska, you're next. All right, so I've got Aniska, I've got Rachel, and then Meg B. All right, and then Raven, you're after that. Okay. All right, Aniska. Cancer, what is coming up for love in the month of July? All right, let's find out. Let's see what is coming up. What deck do I want to use here? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the Heart and Soul deck. I'm drawn to use 4 cards from this deck representing each week in July. So let's do that. And then we'll, of course, clarify with some tarot messages. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aniska, Cancer. What does she need to be aware of during the month of July? Ooh, so we've got the unexpected, something that you don't see coming. Okay. We do have healing. We have resilience. Okay. Let me grab one more. So I feel for July, a part of what's coming through for you is to be able to let go and heal from people that have disappointed you, people that have hurt you. It's time to let go of that. What you're focusing on and what you're looking for is the kind of love that is coming through in this way, where it's solid, where it is resilient, it's sturdy, you can depend on it, it's a strong foundation. All right, let's grab one more card here. Ooh, we've got that cozy card coming through again. Okay, so let's see what we can find out here. Okay, so let's read through these. The unexpected. There's something about flowers that just pulls at our heartstrings. Birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions. But the best flowers are the unexpected ones. The flowers that make you feel extra loved on an ordinary day when your special someone takes time to let you know you are loved. So you could receive a gift of flowers perhaps during the month of July. Okay. All right, let's see. And you are a Cancer. I don't know if your birthday falls in July, but it certainly is possible during Cancer season, perhaps to receive some flowers. And then we have healing coming through here. So it does say, you hurt me. You shattered my hopes and dreams. You kept me in the shadows, ashamed of our love. You didn't appreciate my love, my time, my generosity, my heart, my presence. I had to work to find myself again, to bring myself towards the light, to heal me. You can't hurt me anymore. So this could represent perhaps an ex that disappointed you, that broke your heart. And if there's a part of you that continues or needs to continue to heal from that energy, then absolutely continue to do that. All right, let's see. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you will reap the rewards of the efforts that you are putting in during the month of July. This might even have something to do with your work environment, your finances. But I feel the Seven of Pentacles, and you've probably heard me say this so many times, where I consider this a wait and see type situation. So if it doesn't happen in July, then it could happen in August, or it could happen later on in the year. Okay. We also have the Hierophant coming through. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. That could be an indication of you being single at this point in time, but perhaps you're getting the attention of somebody. It might not turn into a relationship during the month of July, but perhaps there could be interest there. Could get the ball rolling in that direction. But I feel regardless, the month of July looks pretty happy. We do have the sun. You could spend a lot of time, you know, maybe doing outdoorsy type activities, maybe going to the beach or spending time with friends, with family. And this right here, it's a solo, independent type energy. Something to do with your finances looks pretty darn good coming through here. Okay. And with the sun right next to it, we do see radiance and abundance. Things perhaps that were in the dark will be illuminated. Okay, whatever needs to come to the surface will come to the surface. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about teamwork and collaboration. That can apply to your love life, your friendships, your connection with family, even people at work. Okay, let's see what else. What else here? We do have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this again could be, maybe it could be a love connection that you make in your work environment. It could be a divine masculine Virgo reflected by the King of Pentacles. This is someone perhaps who's already quite established in their work life, but when it comes to their love life, they are looking for the type of love where they're ready to commit to that. They want this happiness. They want to be able to share their life with somebody. So if you haven't yet made that love connection, perhaps July is when things can start moving in that direction. Look at that. You've got the Ace of Cups. So new love, as it says, who's to say that that can't happen? You know, anything is possible, but this could also be the month for you to focus on self-healing, self-love, to be able to fill this cup for yourself, okay? More Pentacles representing itself here, financial windfall, abundance, prosperity, success. I mean, there's something tied into that for you next month. It looks really good in that regard. But if you are to meet somebody, okay, it could be an indication that it's one of those things where there's that instant attraction. You feel this pull towards this person. It could be a strong bond that you feel, even though you've just met, you know, something along those lines. Look at this, 6 of Wands. Okay, so the recognition, this is a reward or an award, perhaps, a victory, success for something that you've done. You're being rewarded for something, and I can't help but feel that it's in your work environment here. That could also be, if it's not flowers, then it could be maybe a raise, a promotion, perhaps. But who's to say you can't get those flowers? And here you are coming in with the Empress energy. But this could also represent a maternal influence in your life, whether that is your mother or somebody who represents that type of energy in your life, somebody who is very nurturing, okay? Look at this. And then we've got the 10 of Cups. So the potential to meet somebody during the month of July, it certainly is here. It might have potential somewhere down the line where you might consider this person marriage material, or they see you in that way. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good. I feel you're going to have a very productive month. Certainly when it comes to work, when it comes to money matters, finances, all of that looks really good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I wanted to grab a spirit message for you here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Aniska, Cancer. What else does she need to know during the month of July, please? Okay. Spirit wants you to know that there is an incredible surprise coming your way shortly. This surprise leads to a favorable time in love and life. Remember to take time out from your hectic schedule periodically to reset your energy. This will ensure that you are rested and rejuvenated and can cope with the demands of life. Oh my. So you really do have something unexpected that's coming in, and it's something good. All right. So I really do feel July could be very productive for you and a memorable month. Okay, Aniska, so I'll leave that there. That looks really nice as far as what's coming in for you. Thank you so much, as always. All right, so who's next? Rachel. Okay. Great reading. Cameron, you want to do the next one? Okay, so Rachel, you are up next, and then we've got Meg, and then Raven the Hermit. Okay. All right, so Rachel, Virgo. I have one more question. Okay, about my ex, Todd, Virgo. Did he know that I got back together with our mutual friend, Jeff? That may have influenced things, so I'm curious if he knew. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what deck should I focus on here? That's a good one. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Divine Masculine energy here. You're welcome, Aniska. Thank you. Hi, Rachel. Okay, so let's get into some messages here, okay? Okay. So taking a look at Todd, Virgo. Did he know that you got back together with Jeff, Aquarius? So let's see if he actually learned something about that whole scenario. Well, we do have complacent here. We do have hollow. Okay. So he's not wanting to tap into his emotions there. We have confused popping up also. We have friendship. Let's see. What else?
She said actually Jeff was at Capricorn.
Oh, how did we get Aquarius? Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. We've got boredom. Interesting. There's his masculine energy, masculine shadow. Okay. All right, what else? What else? What else do we need to know here? I see frustrated. Okay. Oh, no worries, Rachel. It happens. So look at all these energies coming forward from Todd here. There's confusion. Perhaps he's more comfortable being in that friend zone, but at the same time, maybe, I'm not sure if he's in another relationship or if he's single, but there's not a whole lot going on for him, it seems. He's got some issues that he needs to deal with. He's not really wanting to tap into his heart space. And then we have frustrated coming through right there. Part of that frustration might have something to do with the knowledge that he knew. Okay, so let's see what we can learn here. Let me just make some room on this desk of mine here. Okay. And part of the reason too why he might not want to feel anything when it comes to the connection. And as you mentioned, he's in a relationship. So he's just trying to focus on what he can in his existing partnership. So when it comes to the two of you, he's just more in friendship mode here. But I can't help but feel that he's putting up a front also. We do have the Six of Swords, so this is an indication that he's moving on, that he is moving forward. He could still be trying to figure himself out, even if he is in another relationship, even if he would prefer to just keep you in the friend zone. I feel that's kind of a gray area for him, you know? Let's see. So I feel he's already moved on from that. We do have the sun. Oh, this is interesting. And then we've got the divine masculine energy, which represents Todd in this instance. So I feel he's moved on. Maybe he is in a much better relationship. Maybe that's what he's focusing on finding happiness for himself. But even though this is here, we can't ignore the fact that he's coming through with this very frustrated vibe, which is why we've got this masculine shadow energy representing his vibe as well. So, you know, it's like here's happy and here's frustration. And he's caught in the middle of that, which is perhaps why he doesn't know how to feel. Could be something like that. Let's see what else. Interesting, you know, that you mentioned the curiosity factor. You're curious if he knew, right? Well, here's the curious mind reference from the Page of Cups. So maybe there's a possibility that he got wind of it. That's a possibility, and why he's confused. So the way it's coming through so far, it's more than likely a maybe. There's a possibility there, but at the same time, he's moving on. He wants to be able to find happiness for himself. And this could all be a temporary thing until he's able to figure out why he's frustrated, why he's got these issues as far as fully detaching, you know, to be able to clear this up and to find clarity there. So perhaps part of his curiosity is wondering, you know, did I give everything I had in this partnership? Or, you know, how the what if thoughts, perhaps. It could be something like that. We do have the Ace of Wands, and that is followed by the Lover's card. So this could simply be an indication of where you guys were, that you were together at one point in time. He felt the chemistry and the attraction towards you, but I see here with the Ace of Wands that at this point he has started over. Let's see, he was stalking you on social media. Let's see, I called him out and no response shortly after I started dating his friend. I think that is why he has stayed in that relationship. Got it. Okay. You know, at the end of the day, he's got his own free will. We've got the Two of Wands here, and it's giving him or presenting him with a couple of paths here. Because if he's just settling for a relationship, and if he's not completely satisfied or content there, then he's doing himself a disservice, you know, and that could again go back to why he's not exactly happy with where life is at the moment. You know, if he wants or is still feeling that he would want to explore something with you and why he's stalking your social media pages, then that could be an indication as to why he's confused as well. Yeah, it is easier to stay put. Let's see here. Three of Cups can represent that third party element, but it can also represent the opportunity to start again, you know, not necessarily for the two of you, but we do have the indication of the possibility of moving on and moving forward and just kind of hitting the reset button when it comes to love and relationships, you know. He stalks his exes. Oh gosh. That's just drama right there. And, you know, part of the reason why he does that might have something to do with this confusion. So he really is not helping himself in this instance. We've got the Death card. We've got the Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the pain, the separation, the fact that it came to an end, you know, the fact that he has moved on to another relationship. He's in a relationship. So he needs to be able to break free from this stagnant energy that has to do with the past when it comes to the two of you, you know? Because at the end of the day, he's only going to end up hurting himself. That's what I'm seeing here. So he needs to be able to, with this Ace of Swords, find the clarity that's needed to get rid of this confusion. So I'm really glad that that came through, because that will eventually bring him perhaps the peace that is needed to clear these shadows, to do the work that he needs to for himself, and to not be so frustrated with where he's going in his life, you know, to be able to cut certain things out, behaviors, negative experiences, negative thoughts that he might be having, and why he continues to stalk his exes, because that certainly cannot be a healthy behavior on his part. He could also be dealing with depression, you know, and anxiety and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, Four of Cups can represent regrets. So he's got a lot of regrets, and that in and of itself could be a burden that's contributing to why certain behaviors on his part, you know, that's how it's coming through for him. Let's see. What else do we need to know here? And then we've got the Seven of Swords, deceit and lies. So maybe he hasn't exactly been truthful and honest with people, including you perhaps, you know, and the possibility of getting himself entangled in drama like third parties and things like that. So I feel it's time for him to come clean, especially when it comes to him and how he interacts with himself and his thoughts, his behaviors. Look at that. Five of Cups. Loss, despair. I feel he's struggling a bit, honestly. And that could also be part of the reason why we've got this going on, the masculine shadow. We can't ignore the fact that this frustrated card is here. He's bored. You know, even if he is in a relationship, I don't feel that he's in love, honestly. I don't feel that that is a forever type relationship. It might be a stepping stone for him at this point, sticking around where he's just settling, perhaps, you know, and as long as he continues to put forth that type of energy in his life, it just brings him discontentment, you know. And then we do have the Empress representing the divine feminine energy. That could, of course, represent you, Rachel, but it could also represent his girlfriend. You know, he's focusing on all of the wrong things, I feel, and he needs to be able to cut that out, basically. That is what I'm getting there. So I feel, going back to your question, you know, did he know that you got back together with your mutual friend? I feel that's a maybe. I'm not seeing so much a definitive yes answer here. Maybe he has a suspicion that that happened, but I'm still not quite certain. It's coming through as a maybe for me. But I feel there's a lot of work that he needs to do when it comes to himself, so that he can stop that pattern of stalking exes and getting himself mixed up in situations that could backfire on him. Okay, so I hope that helps. That is what's coming through there. Let's see, this is what came through last time. That's why I'm curious if the reason he hasn't reached out is because of the friend. Same message, it seems, you know, that's what is presenting itself. I really do feel that it's more of perhaps him being stuck in his head over what might be happening. I feel there's the opportunity for him to maybe believe that that's what's going on. And as you mentioned, it is super complicated, you know? So we'll leave that there. Rachel, hopefully that offers you some insight in the meantime. All right, thank you so much as always. All right. Let's see what else we can find out, guys. Okay. So Meg B, you are next. Okay, well, Sean, Scorpio, reconcile with me, Cancer. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at Sean's vibe here. Okay, so Sean, what's happening? What is he thinking? What is he feeling at this point in time? Thank you again, Rachel. Appreciate it. All right, what do we need to know when it comes to Sean? Here we are again with that guarded card. That's interesting. We do have Sacred Union. We have Complacent. We have Discover. Okay, let's see what else here. I don't feel that he's tapped into his heart space right now. Let me grab one more card here. And Elusive. Okay, so right now I feel when it comes to Sean, he's not making himself available to the possibility of coming back together. As we can see from this energy, he's very cold in the heart space. And then we've got this card coming through where he wants to explore. He wants to discover other connections, perhaps. Elusive energy can be a little bit tricky sometimes. It could be that he's already interacting or talking to somebody else at this point. And we see that he's creating this blockage when it comes to you guys coming together, coming back into union here. Okay, that doesn't mean you guys can't reconcile later. But as of right now, I don't think he's open to it. Not yet. All right, what else do we need to know? So we do have the Magician, which is a card of manifestation. But as we can see right here, he's putting up a blockage. He's got his walls up. He's guarded for some reason here. Let's see what else. Okay. And then we have a reversed King of Cups coming through. Interesting too, because he's a Scorpio representing water energy, cups representing water. So the King of Cups is somebody who's warm-hearted and kind and devoted and loving. Their heart is very open to the possibility of offering that cup to the feminine, you know. But I feel at this point in time, that is not where Sean is. That's just not the way it's presenting itself here. Let's see. Three of Swords. Okay, so we do see the pain here, the heartbreak, which is perhaps why he doesn't want to feel that pain. And this could be where you're at as well, where you're grieving the loss of the partnership, where it's hurting you. I'm not sure if this was a third-party situation and why you guys broke up, but if it is, that could explain why he's tapped into this very mechanical, cold energy, wanting to explore other options, other connections, and why he's ignoring you perhaps at this point in time. This makes sense too with the Page of Cups. He's curious to find out who else or what else is out there for him. Okay. Let's see what else. Focusing on Sean Scorpio. Two of Cups, beautiful card, of course. It's right next to elusive, though. So it's almost like he doesn't want anything to have to do with it right now. He's not tapped into the emotional aspect of things. So that could be a problem, perhaps, you know? Let's see. It's not a third party, or not that you're aware of. Okay. So if that's not the case, this is simply Sean not wanting to feel perhaps the pain of the breakup, the separation, and part of this discovery message could simply be the fact that he needs to discover certain things about himself and what it is that he wants. So if it's not about other people, then it's about him. And he clearly has this guarded energy towards reconnecting at this point in time. That doesn't mean you guys can't get back together later. It's just that this is his energy right now. So he's shying away from the love that he feels in his heart. Okay. Right now we do have the Six of Swords. We do have the Five of Wands. So this could be an indication of disagreements that you guys have had. At this point in time, he's just wanting to move forward, moving on with his life. Okay. That could change later, but as of right now, it just seems that he's focused on his own journey, it seems. We do have the Lovers card coming through. Okay. So the two of you are coming forward as soulmates in this reading. We do see the Sacred Union reference. So the Lovers card is a card of chemistry, of attraction, of a deep love that he could certainly have had for you at one point in time. But right now, he's not really wanting to feel that for some reason, and maybe focusing on other people. So if he's not involved with anybody, as you mentioned, there's no third party here, then he just wants to maybe explore his options at this point. Look at that, and then we have the Sun. So this can either be interpreted as him wanting to find his own happiness in life, what makes him happy, what fulfills him, what, you know, feeds his soul, whatever it is that gets him up in the morning and makes him happy is what I'm getting here. That's what he's looking for at this point in time. And perhaps right now he's just wanting to be on his own to discover what that might be. This could also be an indication of the two of you coming back together, of course, because the Lovers card can also represent his choice and his decision to reach out to you, to want to try again, for you guys to have a second chance at love, for things to fall into place, where you can be happy once again. It could represent that. Look how interesting that is that we've got the Death card, because the Death card represents Scorpio specifically. So this is Sean right here going through this transition. The Six of Swords represents a transition as well. So that's the journey that he's on right now. He's creating change for himself and for his life. And he's not focused too much on reconciling. That can switch and change later, but as of right now, he's just not there, I'm feeling, just based off of what we've got here. And then we do have the Hermit. So right now, he's just focusing on spending time on his own. That is what I get here, but he's also wanting to explore his options. I get that from these cards. So inner reflection, taking time to really think about his life, his choices, what he wants. So right now he's got his walls built right there. We've got the Nine of Cups and we have the Star. So both of these cards falling together, that's a really nice combination, because this is about wishes that can manifest. So even though he's not there quite yet to manifest a reconciliation in the 3D, that can still change later. Okay, maybe the 9 and the 17 could be representing a particular day or the amount of time. It could be 9 months, it could be 17 days, however way that's coming through. But the possibility for this wish to manifest eventually, it's still here. So I wouldn't exactly write it off as if you guys aren't ever going to get back together, because there's the possibility for that. Let's see what else here. Yeah, look at that. So we do have the Fool. So there's the opportunity to start again. If he believes in the relationship enough to give it some time, before he's ready to move things forward for the two of you, then perhaps that's what this Fool's energy is all about. It's about taking that leap of faith to start fresh, to start again. Even though it came to an end, you guys can start again eventually. All right, let's see what else. And this is a really nice card coming through, and all the more significant because you represent Cancer. And so you guys are both water signs, the Chariot representing Cancer specifically. So if things just aren't moving between the two of you, this right here represents the movement. This represents a very triumphant outcome to this love story between the two of you. So I'm feeling here the separation is temporary. So despite where things might be between the two of you at this point in time, there's still hope that you can come back together. All right, so let's grab a time frame. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Meg, Cancer, and Sean, Scorpio. Okay, so let's grab a time frame. Look at that during the holiday season. All right, so November, December-ish, that might be when a reconciliation might happen. And we have it will happen on a Friday. So just pay attention to how the latter half of this year happens. It could very well be a Friday. That could be significant, but that's the time frame that you're being given at this point in time during the holiday season. Okay, so as of right now, Sean and his way of thinking, it's just not focused on reconciliation, but latter half of this year is when it might actually happen for you guys in the 3D. All right, Meg, so I'll leave that there. I wish you the best in this situation. We can always take a look at it again for a future live stream reading if you'd like, okay? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, and Raven the Hermit is our last reading. Last request for the day. And thank you everybody that took the time to request readings this evening. We appreciate it. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. You're very welcome, Meg. Appreciate it. Okay, so Raven, the Hermit. Okay. What does that say?
Sun. There isn't any.
Oh, okay. Okay. What are Roman's red flags? I worry about him committing. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, let's see. Focusing on Roman. All right, here we go. Okay, so Raven, let's go ahead and take a look at your situation with Roman. So what are the red flags? So if you're worrying about him committing to the partnership, perhaps there's a reason for that. Look at this. We've got walking away. Okay. Let's see what else. There's distant. We have emptiness. Let me grab one more. Oh boy. And we've got escapist. These are definitely challenging cards that are coming through. And maybe there's a reason why you are suspicious of his inability to commit in a relationship, because what I'm seeing here is that he creates distance in his relationships, and this emptiness, I feel perhaps he falls short of being able to offer anything solid in a partnership. And then we've got the escapist reference, which is, you combine that with walking away. He perhaps is the type of person that really isn't ready for the type of commitment that is required for a solid partnership. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. So these are all red flags already. It's almost like it's surface level. He doesn't want to dig too deep. He doesn't want to dive in fully into a relationship, perhaps. All right, what do we need to know? Focusing on Roman and those red flags. Look at this. We've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so it doesn't have a very strong foundation, unfortunately, and it could result in you walking away from him, especially if he really doesn't follow through with the relationship and what he needs to bring to the table. Five of Swords, disagreements. You guys are at odds. Maybe seeing things very differently. We do have the reference to competition with the Five of Swords, so maybe there could be other people that you might not even be aware of. You know, there could be love rivals here. So, okay, let's see what else here. We have the Two of Wands. That's followed by the Two of Swords. So this right here, of course, representing stalemate. And if you guys aren't there yet, I feel he's going to create a situation where you guys will be stuck. It's almost like a relationship that's in limbo. It's not moving forward because of these decisions, these poor decisions that he ends up making that can't create progress for the two of you to move forward. He could also have way too many choices as far as romantic partners. There could be other people here. Could be third parties, okay? And that could be clarified by the Lover's card right here. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Lover's card coming one right after the other. Both of these cards are talking about the choices and the decisions that Roman has to be able to choose just you rather than allowing other people to be a part of the scenario. Because I'm feeling a possibility towards third parties here. It could even be more than that because I feel he's not ready to settle down. Four of Cups. So this is what I'm getting here, that there's a lesson to be learned here when it comes to his actions and behaviors. I don't think he's there yet. Right now, he's too busy focusing on other people, perhaps, which is why there's not a whole lot of movement for the two of you towards commitment. Even if you're together at this point in time, and the reason that you're questioning his commitment to the relationship, it's coming through here that he's not ready for it, you know? And the thing with the Four of Cups is, as we can see, regrets and depression, that might come to bite him later, because he might decide later on that you're the one that he wants to invest his time and energy into, especially if he decides, oh, I'm in love with this person and I've decided that they're the one I want to be with for life. But by that point, you might have already moved on to somebody else. And this can represent huge regrets. It can represent the fact that that door has closed. You know, that window has closed. It's now a missed chance to get back together with you. So it's one of those scenarios where the tables can turn and it won't fall in his favor. You know, so he needs to be mindful of his actions here. This is clarification that he's not exactly being truthful with you, that there is deception. So I feel he is hiding certain things from you, whether it's another relationship, whether it's a third party, or some secret that he's keeping. You know, just keeping you at arm's length is what I am feeling. Wow. And then you've got the Hangman. So I feel it's time for you to let this go. I don't know if you guys are in separation, but I feel if you haven't already, you are being directed to let it go and walk away from it, create distance, and spend time apart in order for him to realize that you're the one that got away. You know, give him the opportunity to miss you and think about you and focus on what it is that he wants. Because there might come a day where he wants that reconciliation, but as I've mentioned, it might be too late. And then we do have the energy of the High Priestess. Okay, so this is representing your divine feminine energy here, and so you really do have to trust what you're feeling. If there's a reason why you're suspecting that he's unable to commit to you, there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a really good reason as to why that's coming forward. So definitely trust that. And then we do have this solo independent energy coming forward from the Nine of Pentacles. That is certainly a part of Roman's vibe as well. And somebody who wants their freedom has one foot out the door. They're not fully investing in a partnership. Okay. And then we do have the Star. So I feel this particular card is focused on you, Raven, as far as being able to take care of you. You're being guided onto a much different path where you can manifest your own wishes and your dreams when it comes to love. Because I feel when it comes to Roman that you're just going to end up getting hurt here and it's going to fall apart. It's going to collapse. But I feel when the dust settles from that whole experience, the lesson is going to be his burden, meaning that karma will basically teach him a lesson and that it could be a missed opportunity for him by the time he realizes that you're the one that he wants to be with. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Hopefully there's something in those messages that you're able to relate to. And, you know, we can always revisit the energy for a future reading if you'd like. All right, so Cameron, I believe that's everyone. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And thank you, everybody that took the time to submit your personal mini reading requests. And hopefully there was also something in the general love forecast that you were able to relate to. All right, so stay tuned for more next week. We'll go ahead and announce the date for the YouTube live stream as well as the Twitch live stream, where we do similar readings as well as accepting personal mini readings at that time. We're also planning on doing free reading giveaways on Twitch. So if you don't already follow me there, please do so. That link is available through my website I believe that's here on YouTube somewhere. I believe it's on my homepage, so you can definitely find it there. All right, guys, so thank you so very much. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good evening, wherever it is that you're tuned in and watching us from. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.